My name is Jim Lipjanik. My wife Candace, my son Jimmy and I have quite an extensive relationship with the Ronald McDonald House. Fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, because the Ronald McDonald House has been such a blessing to us. We've needed their services on 2 separate occasions in 2 separate cities, and both times we were welcomed with open arms by people with so much compassion and so much love in their hearts for what we were going through, and so much experience dealing with people in our situation that's what you get when you go to the Ronald McDonald House.
My name is Casey Hughes, and I'd like to talk to you about the Ronald McDonald House of Akron. First, I want to tell you about what we do at the house. Along with the staff at the house and a corps of volunteers, we provide a place to stay for families who have sick children at Akron Children's Hospital. You know, the funny thing is, I started volunteering on their 20th anniversary. It was the first day, and a friend of mine had asked me if I would like to come while they celebrated the 20th birthday of the house. So I came, I brought my family, I volunteered that day, and as I was walking out the door, I said to the people in the office, gee, if you ever need a volunteer, call me. And they called me the next day. I started volunteering, and I absolutely fell in love with the house and the mission and the concept. And I've been volunteering ever since.
Hello, my name is Jill Papasik. I am a founding member of the Friends Committee of the Ronald McDonald House of Akron. On my own, I decided that, I was going through some, situations, and I thought, I need to realize that other people have worse problems than I do. And so the more that you kind of reach out and help other people, I think the better perspective you get on life. I was just basically volunteering 1 day a week at the house, cleaning rooms, was sweeping the steps, and she looked at me and said, "You don't do this. You don't do this at home. We have a better cause for you. We have a better reason for you to be here." And so she sat down and asked me to help her. She's the original inspiration behind all this and got everything started.
I volunteer twice a month, and it's a 4-hour shift. I've been volunteering for 10 years at the house, and you can kind of pick what shift you want, and then you just rotate it out like that. We cover the house from 9 in the morning till 9 at night, volunteers do. A lot of the work that's done in the house is done by the volunteer staff. In order to do that, we have to have people that come in on a regular basis. I tell my family that it's kind of like what I do at home, except that people say thank you. I believe we have a core volunteer base of around 120 volunteers, and it changes over time. You'll have some people that stop, some people that add on, so.
I enjoyed it immensely because it allowed me to have time with the families. And one day I talked to probably a girl that was maybe 20, 21. She was here with her 2-year-old son who was injured, severely injured. And she just needed someone to talk to. She told me her life story. She told me what she was going to do to go to work so she could raise the child. And I just thought at that moment, I could not be in a better place. She needed someone to listen to her and to help her put her thoughts together. And I just thought, this is wonderful. It just couldn't be a better cause.
Types of families that we serve, and their lengths of stay have changed a lot. You may have some families even now that come overnight or for a couple of days, but we had a patient that had a baby in the NICU that was here for over a year.
I'll tell you, my favorite part was sitting down and talking to the families or running into them in the laundry room. And, they were so stressed that I just was like, give me the blanket. The blanket would be a mess from the child spitting up on it. I'd be like, I'll wash it. Whatever I can do to help. They are just so scared, and they're so stressed. So I figured whatever I can do to help, it's the least I can do.
We've had children that have had transplants at the hospital that come over here for 60 days or more, and usually their family is here for about a month ahead of time. So they'll be here for 3 or 4 months. We had one patient who came for chemotherapy and had no transportation, so he stayed in the house by himself and was here for almost 6 months. So we've had a big change in the types of patients that we get and their lengths of stay and the amount of time that they spend in the house as well.
Well, when you think about it, now that we're doing the 80 days, where you cannot be any greater than, 30 minutes away from the physician's office in case the rejection happens. They can't afford a hotel room downtown, $80 a night, $70 a night. They're in need of a room here in order to make it work. So it's critical that we help them. It's really fun. It's fun to be a part of a growing situation. I mean, Akron Children's, the city can be very proud of it. It's, Bill Constantine's done a beautiful job. He's gone out, he's hired these physicians nationally. We have the world, #1 world known eye pediatrician so people are coming in from worldwide to deal with him. So he just kind of went on a campaign, and he really is giving us something to be proud of. So, glad to be a part of it.
There are two things that we're doing. Part of what we're doing is we're preparing to get enough money to break ground on a 60-room house. Right now we're at 20 rooms, and because we have a waiting list and because we have to turn away so many families, we want to increase that to 60 rooms. But part of it is also taking the 20 rooms that we have now and remodeling them and refurbishing them so that they can be a part of our expanded house. I think because we have so many people that stay at the house that are here at the house more, rather than being here just to sleep and going over to the hospital, that they want to have it be more of a home-like setting. They want to be able to have some suites for transplant families who have to basically live in the house for 60 days. They want to add microwaves, they want to add a small kitchen area, they want to have a small living area in the rooms rather than just 2 beds and a bathroom. Yeah. So they want to add TVs, iPods, video games, that sort of thing. Well, having a bedroom away from the frenetic pace at the hospital is a good thing. We offer more than that. It can be as little as a hot shower after a long day, or a warm meal in a home-like setting, or the ability to have family and siblings of that sick child stay with their parents at the house. Or it can be the emotional support of other families as well as staff and volunteers at the house to provide an encouraging word or a hug or a cup of coffee. In 1985, Children's served a 17-county area in Ohio, and now it serves nearly 50 counties in Ohio as well as other states and countries. The result is that in 2013, we served 12,921 people, and we had to say no to over 6,000 families. When we say no, families are left to sleep in the lobbies at the hospital or in their children's rooms, and this is a less than optimal situation. Children who have received bone marrow transplants have had an impact on the house as well, with families staying with us for 3 months or longer. For these children, once they come to the house, they provide a particular issue because not only do they need to be close to the hospital for at least 60 days, but they're required to be in isolation because their immune systems are compromised. As a result, we've had to retrofit our current house so that these children can live and study and sleep and relax in rooms that are small and really not equipped for this type of living.
The Friends Committee, we're operational cost. Okay, so we'll take care of the meals for them, electricity, heating, whatever it takes to house them for the night. And we figure it's about $70 to $80 to do that, because only 30% of the families that stay here at night are able to pay $10 a night. The rest of them cannot pay anything. And that's fine. And what we find later on is that they come back. They get back. We have an Amish woman, Emma Yoder, whose daughter was here 17 years ago, and she returns with her Amish friends, drive her every month up here. And she will put on a wonderful dinner for everybody. And she's done it for 17 years. She's wonderful. So it's amazing how people will give back one way or another. They're so grateful for what we were able to do and to help them at the time, because it's so stressful. I couldn't imagine anything more stressful, worrying about your child's welfare. I really can't.
I would say come to the house, tour the house, meet the families, listen to their stories, and I think once you're here, you'll fall in love with the house just like I did.
Couldn't think of volunteering for a better cause. It's just such a wonderful cause. These people are desperate, they're scared, they need a place to stay, they need somebody to just sit and talk with them, tell them it's okay. They need a support system. They're exhausted. In need of a place where they can recharge. And that's essentially what we offer them. A bed, food, laundry, a place that they can relax for a few minutes so they can go back and fight with their child for their health. And if we don't offer that, I mean, to me, if a child feels the confidence from their parents that they're going to be okay, the likelihood of them being okay is a lot better. They need that. When they see their parents stressed, I think that really impacts them to become scared. And you don't want that. We need the security. I think it's just a wonderful, wonderful cause. So.
The Ronald McDonald House is not about the bricks and the beds. It's about the love and compassion you get when you walk through the front door and sharing your experiences with people that are in the house going through the same thing that you're going through. There's a special feeling you get when you're a part of the Ronald McDonald House family. And once you're a part of that family, I don't think you ever get out. You share a unique experience with a few select people in the world that were placed there, thankfully, to reap the benefits of a wonderful, wonderful organization. And we're grateful to be associated with them. And we continue now to be associated with the Ronald McDonald House. Our family goes back and prepares meals for the families. I'm a retired chef, so we go back and make meals for the family as often as we can. In fact, we're scheduled to go up in June this year and make another meal. So it's a big event for us. We take the kids up, everybody gets involved, and we make a day of it. And it's really a special time for us to give back. And we've been doing that since we left the house in 2009, and that's something we're going to do as long as we can do it.